Hi, my name is Ebony Rankin and I will go over program components. Under the CoC program, funds may be used to support eligible activities under 5 program components. These include permanent housing, PH, transitional housing, TH, supportive services only, SSO, HMIS, homelessness prevention, HP. Please note that recipients and subrecipients may only use CoC program funds for homelessness prevention if they are located within the CoC that has been designated a high-performing community by HUD. Currently, there are no high-performing communities designated by HUD. Therefore, we will not discuss homelessness prevention in this startup training. Next, we will discuss each program component in more detail. Permanent housing is community-based housing without a designated length of stay. The CoC program offers funding for 2 types of permanent housing: permanent supportive housing and rapid rehousing. To be considered permanent housing, the program participant must be the tenant on a lease or sublease for a term of at least 1 year, which is renewable for terms that are a minimum of 1 month long and is terminated only for cause. A lease is different from a program agreement that the recipient may have with the participant. Permanent supportive housing, referred to as PHPSH, provides long-term assistance to individuals and families with a disability. Long-term assistance means that housing assistance lasts for over 24 months, does not have a designated end date, and is provided until the program participant chooses to exit the project or is terminated from the project. Supportive services designated to meet the needs of program participants must be provided. New permanent supportive housing projects conditionally awarded in the FY 2013 CoC program must serve 100% chronically homeless individuals or families. Rapid rehousing, PHRRH, provides short and/or medium-term rental assistance and/or supportive services to program participants and housing that is intended to be permanent, meaning a program participant stays in a unit after the CoC program assistance ends. New rapid rehousing conditionally awarded projects may only serve families with children who are either in emergency shelters or on the streets prior to entry and must provide case management. Transitional housing is designated to facilitate the movement of homeless individuals and families to permanent housing within 24 months. Under the CoC program, all program participants must have a signed lease, sublease, or occupancy agreement for a term of at least 1 month and extended no longer than 24 months, which can be extended on a case-by-case basis only if permanent housing for the individual has not been located or if the individual or family requires additional time to prepare for independent living. To be clear, all transitional housing recipients, subrecipients, must have a signed lease or occupancy agreement with each program participant. HUD will allow renewal projects to come into compliance with this requirement through attrition and as new program participants enter the project. HUD defines attrition as the end of a current lease, sublease, or occupancy agreement term. Similar to the supportive services only component, under the supportive housing program, the CoC program's supportive services only component allows recipients and subrecipients to use CoC program funding to provide services to homeless individuals and families for whom the recipient or subrecipient is not providing housing or housing assistance. SSO includes street outreach. The HMIS component is only for CoC designated HMIS Leads to manage, operate, upgrade, or customize the CoC's HMIS. Please note that all recipients may request HMIS costs as a budget line item within the component under which they receive funding to cover the cost of contributing data to the HMIS. But the HMIS component for HMIS Leads provide funding to HMIS Leads to operate, manage, and upgrade the CoC's HMIS.